Yeah, 8350 stock fan is pretty trash. So I think that might be one of my problems.
The 8350. Oh, the AMD CPU.
Yeah.
Well,
The stock fan
yeah.
is not that good. And I think the thermal paste might also... It's just, I used the thermal paste that was already pre-applied, and from what I've heard, those also are not very good, and you
I
should
don't know. I
replace
think
it.
Intel has good thermal paste and stock fans, but I'm not sure about AMD.
Well, I'm definitely going to look into replacing the thermal paste next time I get my computer out. It has been a year, actually over a year now, and I kind of like checking all that stuff every year.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that eventually too. I mean, I just built the computer about a week ago, so I
I
have
think it'll
plenty
be
of time to
fine
just
at that
let
point.
everything. Yeah, let everything settle in
At
for now.
least I'm not like one of my friends who
Yeah.
reinstalls Windows annually. I could
Why?
not
What?
handle
Why?
because just make it fast again.
Oh, because of Windows rot. Okay, well
Yeah.
that seems like a bit much. I think I'd wait until the performance difference was actually
Yeah.
bad enough.
Like mine has been installed for like a year and a half, and no one noticed anything. It's fine.
So what happens with water cooling? Does it? Because you're saying that you need to take it out and clean it. Does it get grimy or something? I don't actually know anything about water cooling, so I don't know how it works or what the water actually ends up doing.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
So
in
I don't know how it
this
gets
too,
dirty.
since I'm looking into getting one.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's an
I
invisible.
actually
because
had
of
to
a hard drive.
reinstall Windows 6 times in a year because my computer was just dying in every way, and that's when I decided, nope, I'm just gonna get a new one.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Like it was to the point where the BIOS was starting to not work properly. That's when you know things are going wrong.
I
God, you should have
can't say whether that's something that I've dealt with or not, because
that was a little
the only other experience I've had with Windows is on an iMac using Boot Camp. So
I'll give you that one
it's
'cause
just
I
not the
served
same.
one
It
before
didn't
and
even
it
have a
was
BIOS
fun, so.
or something that I could
Yeah.
activate. At least not easily.
Well, no, it just started taking like the BIOS was being. It was actually getting slow. It was taking like 30 seconds to get through all the BIOS stuff. It just.
Oh god.
So,
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. The water cooling getting a bit dirty. I don't know. I mean, I have fans. This is really stupid, but on the top of my case, I wanted to take out the paneling that they had to open up a grate so that the air could come out the top. Since heat rises, I figured it might as well.
Yeah.
I should at least allow it to come out there. But I don't have a dust filter for that one. So I took a piece of dust filter that you put in like a air conditioning unit that you put it under the grate in a room that has all the air conditioning so that you don't get the allergens from outside. And it doesn't fit, so I have it diagonally on here with these 4 corners that are just open to have dust fall down in there. So I know one day I'm going to open that up and just see a whole pile of dust everywhere. But at least it's going down onto the opposite side of the graphics card, so it's not going directly into the fans.
And then it just gets on the hard drives and they crash because it's full of dust.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with water cooling, is it just seems like it's a lot more to deal with than fans. And the fans aren't a problem for me since I'm not overclocking. From what I've heard is that you don't even need an aftermarket cooler of any kind if you're not overclocking, so I've just been using the stock ones.
Except for me.
The banana! I
I'm
didn't
the
see
anomaly.
you switch to it! Oh, good job.
See, I even have like I think it's like a 10 or an 8-inch fan on the side of the case, and it still doesn't keep it cool. I think it might actually not be spinning, like, working as well as it could. It probably needs to be cleaned.
That banana parry.
Idea of the parrying dagger that I pulled out.
This case just has fans all over, like 2 in the back, I think, giant one on the side, front. Tiny desk fan blowing air out of it again. Nothing works.
Moonlight. How nice. I probably should have eaten something today.
Yeah, I think I am gonna go eat something actually. I'll be right back. I mean, I'm just gonna go grab something and bring it here. I think I'm gonna have a gigantic slice of cherry pie because I don't care.
Sounds tasty.
That's the best reason.
Yeah. I know, yeah, that's what I would do too, Blake. I mean, if I had all the money that I needed, I would just buy a crazy CPU, a crazy motherboard. I'd probably keep the same same graphics card. I just add a second one in SLI since I think a 280 a Crossfire is really good supposedly.
Four
And then just
Titans.
overclock
There.
it to the max and see what I could do with it.
You won't be able to resist the. If you had the money, you
Oh,
cannot.
I
deny
almost
you
got it
wouldn't
out.
be
I know.
interested in
When I
looking
was
at Four
planning out
Titans.
this build, I couldn't resist, and so I went on PC Part Picker and designed a $28,000 build just because I had to. I just couldn't resist making the build on there, and I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Seriously,
Oh,
if
that's
I
a
had
different
$12,000, I would get 4 Titans. My computer doesn't even have 4 PCI ports for them.
I
But
know,
I would get
you-
4 anyway.
I pressed
Yeah.
fairy, but it didn't
Change
work.
them out every day. You put a new one in just to feel good about yourself.
That's
I
unfortunate.
get like solid
Once I
gold-plated
parried there,
computer
actually.
case,
Because there isn't any startup.
mouse made of diamonds.
That would work actually. You could do that. You could just open up a side of the case and then put a fan near it.
Just
Yeah, I
mount
made
all the
28,000 on PC Part Picker, but that's buying individual parts. I bet if you were to make an equivalent pre-built computer, it would be even more than that.
I don't think you could find an equivalent pre-built computer like
I
that.
don't think so. Well, Blake is saying that he was able to make one that was $25,000 on CyberPower, the pre-built site.
Ah.
Yeah, so I bet you can do that. I know I made an iMac or something, or no, it was Alienware. Is that it? Is that what it's called?
Okay,
Alienware?
yeah, Alienware. God.
Yeah. Before I knew anything about computers, I just wanted to see what I could do in their little part selection thing, and I
did
made
the
like
same thing.
$20,000 or $30,000 build.
Yeah.
I mean, they build pretty good
best part
computers.
is
It's
you-
just they're overpriced.
If you bought
They
that
are. It's ridiculous.
Alienware
I've seen
from any,
some of
yeah,
the builds.
it would be probably half
They
the
charge
price.
$250 for a 270X graphics card.
Oh God, really?
Yeah,
Like, how much is that normally? It's only like 100.
it's like
something, isn't
150.
it? Yeah.
If you get it on sale, it's about 150. So that's how much they charge to build it, essentially.
It's very silly.
Yeah,
best-
exactly.
the
Just
best part is
add as much
Alienware-
of the expensive stuff as possible. If you don't need it, doesn't matter. Add 3 copies of it on there.
No, you don't understand. I need 64 gigs of RAM.
I know.
Obviously.
No. There are some motherboards that can do 128 gigs.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
I know.
NASA.
Why? And you can do that with 2400 megahertz RAM. I was able to make a build that had $5,000 of RAM in it.
You don't get it. I need 3 Blu-ray drives.
I know.
Just getting all this stuff that you never use. Just no, I need this 10-in-1 memory card reader. It's essential.
Please stop with the.
I think my favorite thing about Alienware is it's owned by Dell.
SLI and CPUs, yeah.
Yeah, Alienware is owned by Dell, one of the worst computer companies. And yet,
I know the PC that I built for $800 is sold by them for $1,300.
Yeah. Can you actually get
that
motherboards
sir.
that support multiple
You have
CPUs
an
yet?
Amazon pocket.
Like for just a regular
Motherboard
computer?
with what?
Multiple CPUs?
I don't know. I think it is possible, but I think it's only useful in workstation computers.
Yeah, I think it's
or
mostly used
server
in like
builds.
servers, yeah.
I don't know exactly how it works, but I have heard that it's possible. Oh, nice.
Because I really
Nice
would
log.
like to. I would like
That
to
log.
see.
It
just,
wasn't
like,
that
yeah,
nice. They
a
just rolled it
4
wrong.
CPU.
Nobody ever gets hit by it, though. So it's
I
nice when you can
mean-
actually use it.
Yeah, you can use it aggressively, actually, because people will expect you to be like baiting Great Heal or something. You know? Because some people will do that. They'll
Yeah.
take Great Heal because it has the same startup animation. And then by the time you realize it's
Yeah,
not WoG,
yeah,
then
that-
you're stuck and they've already healed
In
to full
fact,
health.
that's why I had so much trouble fighting Lycia.
Oh
is
my god,
because,
yes, for WoG.
Yeah, because she would either WoG or Great Heal, and I would never know which one she was using. And
Blake might-
whenever I would try to attack, it would be WoG, and I'd get insta-killed.
Mhm.
Or whenever I didn't attack and tried to roll away, it would be Great Heal, and then we're back to the beginning again.
Yeah, Blake, well, my dog weighs 10 gigabytes.
I have more CPUs than you have gigabytes of RAM, kid. Get on my level. Yeah. Yep, that will be a thing.
It's probably
I know
meant
that there are some people who will do
Probably.
that.
I should
and they
probably
will be
admit that
made fun
my,
of.
Can't
my dog weighs 10 gigabytes thing is totally not an original joke. But I
Yeah,
love it so
it's-
much that I use it all the time.
Ooh.
Yeah, it really is remarkable what people can do with these computers, and
No.
they're
Yeah.
so
Didn't press
useless
roll
though.
fast enough.
You can just make things that are so
They're great
useless, and I don't know why they even exist.
Like getting a separate power supply just to power all the LEDs on your computer.
I know, why would you do that? But you can.
Like you can
it's-
program them to make patterns and just like all these things.
What would you even
I
do?
guess I do like that though. If you because
Really neat.
You can
yeah,
do
it's-
anything with it, even the ridiculous things. That also means that you can do the non-ridiculous things. You can really utilize
Yeah.
anything to whatever you want it to be utilized to. So I do like that.
Yeah, like the main reason I got the 8-core CPU was because I rendering videos, rendering songs, rendering.
Oh yeah, in
not
that
rendering.
case, it's perfect. It's just
Yeah.
not as good as an i5 or something for gaming.
Well, yeah, but then pretty soon games are going to be made for 8 cores because of the consoles being 8-core CPUs.
They
So
are?
just, I'm pretty sure the
Huh.
PS4 and Xbox Ones have 8 cores. I believe.
I don't know.
That would make
And it's
sense.
this thing's also like the one I have is not like physical for virtual. It's 8 physical cores.
Yeah, it's actual
So,
8-core CPU.
Yeah, so like I'm really kind of looking forward to advanced technology in gaming coming
Me
soon.
too. Then I'll
That's pretty
probably
great.
pick up like an 8350 at some point when they go on sale. Now that
Yeah.
they're announcing the new line. They said on September 1st they're going to go on sale. I'll probably get one at some point
If only it were
and then
possible.
use it when it's necessary, or just wait. Yeah, I'll just wait. But eventually, 8-core CPU is going to be the 4-core CPU of today.
Yeah, if only it were possible to be like graphics cards where it's like, oh, I have an NVIDIA graphics card, but I have an AMD one on the side. You could do that with CPUs. Just like, yeah, I'm using my i7, but I have an 8350 for gaming. That'd be interesting.
Oh, that was kind of BS. That lightning bolt there.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you
I
see
need
that?
that
It was
40-core
literally
CPU.
the first lightning bolt. I feel kind of bad about that one. And again, he's fishing for backstab, so now I don't feel as bad anymore.
No. I'll be right back. But yeah, it's pretty crazy what you
Okay.
can do.
I will
What you
say
can
the
buy-
one thing I really want CPU technology to advance is for a software. I have a N64 emulator with a
I deserve
software
that.
renderer, and I really want
I
this
deserve
to run
that for trying to
at
earn a
full speed,
backstab fisher.
'cause it looks so
Well,
nice.
what I've heard some people doing, which is not quite the same, but people have been making emulators by using the Raspberry Pi
Yeah,
tiny computer and then just putting that inside of the case and
but they're
being
not
able to make
software
these-
emulators. They like a Raspberry Pi could not run a software emulator for the N64. Mine barely can, and it's like one of the best on the market right now.
yeah. That would be quite a bundle. I would get that if it were actually financially feasible. You
Don't
know,
they actually
the
have
most
like a 256 core CPU or like higher now for like supercomputers and stuff like that?
I don't know. I just know that the most tempting thing for me to get was to get all of my storage on a 1 terabyte SSD.
Oh god.
Because I know that that is so close to being the norm now that very, very soon a mechanical hard drive will be seen as the same thing as a floppy disk or something that just isn't
I don't know
useful
about
anymore.
that because SSDs have a lot of downsides.
But they're so much faster and they're
yeah.
quieter. They're better in every way to me, except that the problem that they have is that
I'm playing as Bonfire.
they're just 10 times as expensive, I think.
Yeah, and they also wear out quicker. They crash more easily. I don't know. I prefer mechanical, honestly. Though I do need more. I'm running my 3 terabytes is not enough, as it turns out, and I'm running low.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I have a
That would be
total
quite a
of
graphics card.
600 free.
It would probably run games at 1.337 frames per second. Even if the naming scheme continues with that card.
Is that actually what it's named after? Like what they're named after?
No, it's just no.
Ah.
I'll just
okay.
no, not at all.
Okay.
You
Yeah, that's the second.
You want an SSD? It is good to get an SSD. With an SSD,
Gesture, I
you
see.
can go from the time you hit the button to turn
Again,
on the computer
first lightning bolt.
to the
Oh, I
time
feel
that you
really
are-
bad now.
on the desktop in 5 to 7 seconds.
Oh yeah, no, they're really good for like
Hmm.
the operating system, but I kind of find them useless for like a lot of multiplayer games because normally the game doesn't start until everyone loads in. So
Oh, denial.
your speed of loading in doesn't matter since you still have to wait anyway.
Exactly. However,
But-
it is good for games like Souls games because
Aw.
Yeah, like single player.
only one
games.
person has to load in for
Technically, yeah.
invasions.
Yeah. But like the loading times are already only like 5 or 6 seconds. I'm a patient guy. I can wait that
Yeah.
much.
But
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
Blake,
spend
if you want an SSD, go
$600.
for a cheap like 64 gigabyte one, and just
Yeah.
put your operating system. Oh, what a parry! That's
Oh god.
Wow.
Yeah. The problem was I was doing the same thing every time. I would always like delay the roll attack, so that it did that
Yeah, put your
triangle thing I
operating
showed
system
you
on.
earlier. But
Mhm.
I did it like 3 times. That was stupid.
64 gigabyte SSD with operating system, and you're good.
Because my OS takes about anywhere from like a minute to load total with it on a mechanical drive.
Ooh, That's awful.
It's that's at most. That's for loading the operating system and all my programs that start up
The bird
automatically.
logo one. Here's great.
Oh god, I don't remember the name of the bird logo one, but I know it's like the